so long, they don't even want to talk no more. They just run now. No.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Now Simmons, now the starting group for the visitors. Ben Simmons is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Butler. Then there's Towns, and it's Harris in at the power forwards position. Now here's Simmons. Clock at 4, and here's Mitchell from the arc. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Greg, an outstanding scorer. Donovan Mitchell takes it to another level in the playoffs, doesn't he?
And Kevin, how about all of his averages go up come playoff time? Spider is a guy who wants the limelight, and like other stars, takes on more of a load in the postseason.
Now here's Simmons after the miss from Stephen Curry. Towns sets the pick for Simmons. Pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And that pass-first nature of Simmons, outstanding at understanding when his teammates are open.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The shot by Curry, no good. Here's Simmons. Mitchell outside. Beyond the arc. And Curry pulls it down. On the wing, Brown. Back to Curry. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's KD. That one doesn't drop. Curry against Mitchell. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And the dunk by Towns.
And with the ball in his hands, Mitchell attracts attention, then breaks down the defense with the pass.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the paint. Durant against Harris. KD can't get it to go. Harris kicks to Mitchell. Butler in the corner. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Curry passes to KD. Curry against Simmons. Sabonis' screen on Simmons. Curry and the rejection by Towns.
Substitution on the court.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Tatum no good. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the visiting team. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Thank you, David.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team.
Now here's Durant looking to end the run. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Brunson kicks to Butler. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league. Boy, a fierce competitor. Jimmy Butler puts his heart and soul into the game.
Not a lot of opponents or players in this league that are going to outwork Jimmy Butler, and he does. He impacts the game in so many ways, and he's all about winning.
1:12 left to play in the first quarter. Tatum dishes to McCollum from past the arc, and that one is off. Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The shot's good from McGee.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Durant sets a screen for McCollum. Passes it to Durant. Shoots over Anunoby. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Tatum passes to McCollum. Butler against Vucevic. Outside, KD. Over Butler. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Anunoby. Buries the long-range jumper.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Leading by 14. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Jason Tatum is out there with Edwards. Then it's Curry. Then there's Brown. And it's Sabonis in at the center position. They've got Mitchell. Ben Simmons is out there with Towns. Then there's John Morant. And it's Harris in at the small forward.
And the level of concentration. Morant looked under control despite being under heavy duress.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And that finish sums up the whole game. They have a big lead due to execution on drives just like that.
Down low. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Morant.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Domantas Sabonis is one of the best passing big men in the league. He said, sharing the ball is contagious. Everyone feels confident and knows they'll get touches, which makes the game fun. And that can build chemistry on a young team. Kevin?
And David, we know how important that is. And we thank you for your report. Towns sets the pick for Morant. Pass to Towns. Over Sabonis. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Sabonis' screen on Mitchell. The 9-foot shot. Sabonis, the pass to Brown. Shot clock at 3. Edwards can't hit.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Morant. Here's Towns. Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got 6.
And how about Towns there taking full advantage of that size, just dominating the glass on that second chance opportunity.
Brown against Mitchell. Outside Curry. From the arc. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Curry's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. To the middle. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Curry against Simmons. 14 feet away. That misses off the backboard.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Here's Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Stephen Curry. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
McCollum outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And Murray with an instinctual play there. He has that ability. He can see the play. It evolves, and then he makes a quick decision.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw drops for Mitchell. JaVale McGee's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Mitchell drops them both. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
McCollum dishes to Durant. To the inside. Vucevic. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
And KD keeping his head up that time, becoming a playmaker.
What you love about Vucevic, the consistency, solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
The shot's good from McGee.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And here's McCollum. Outside, KD. 6 to shoot. No good from outside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the pass to Mitchell. There's the drive. Over McCollum. McGee trying to break free. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards kicks to McCollum. Murray outside. Off target from outside. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Up 19. And now, thank you, David, for that interview.
Hey, folks.
You know, they've got to thank the bench for this big lead.
And now, let's take a glance ahead. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Jaylen Brown out there with Curry. And it's Durant. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Sabonis in at the center, locking down the middle. Towns is out there with Harris. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Butler in at the small forward. And Towns throws it down.
And the defense so concerned with Mitchell in the two-man game. That opens things up for others. Nice find.
Durant is out there with Sabonis. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Brown. And it's Curry in at the point guard. Here's Sabonis. Out to Edwards. Sabonis trying to get open. Outside Curry. That three off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Harris. Then there's Towns. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Mitchell in at the two-guard spot. And that was another look at the fantastic mobile one drive that happened a moment ago.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Butler. Over Edwards. Butler, no good. Curry with it. Pass to Sabonis. Back to Curry. Outside, KD. Shot clock at 5. Back to Curry. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Harris's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Curry passes to Brown. The 10-footer. And the rejection by Towns.
Rejected by Towns. I mean, he's become a great shot blocker.
Mitchell outside. Fires the 3. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is working. You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity, perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy. And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
Morant passes to Harris. Vucevic with the rebound. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything.
Tatum down low. Harris is there. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter. And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
1:19 left to play here in the third. Morant surveying the D. That one's off. Still out of sync. Morant's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Tatum on the wing. A 3-ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Tatum's got 8 points.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Here's Morant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Morant against McCollum. 5 on the clock. Here's Vucevic. A 3-pointer, no good. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Morant with a wide open look. No good on the triple. Morant's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Tatum against Harris. Releases. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Shot from 12. No good that time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Durant, C.J. McCollum out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Edwards in at the 3 spot. Towns sets the pick for Mitchell. And it's off from 3-point range.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
McCollum's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Towns kicks to Mitchell. Butler against Edwards. Here's Towns. Plays it up and banks it in.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
McCollum passes to Sabonis. Outside Edwards. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Passes it to McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. Offensive rebound. Durant makes it off the glass.
And KD depositing that second chance bucket, and most of that coming because of his length.
Now Morant. Towns a screen on Curry. Morant with it. Sabonis defending. And yes, it's good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Pass to Curry. Over Simmons. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Durant. That's 7 points for Stephen Curry. Curry against Morant. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. A floater. Count that bucket. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Curry. Screen by Sabonis. 8 feet away. And the play by Curry as he finishes it off for 2.
Great execution. Steph just ripping the defense right now to shreds. What a great screen and roll action that was.
Morant outside. Now the pass to Mitchell. Towns a screen on McCollum. 5 to shoot. And good off the lead pass that time. 14 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Sabonis' screen on Mitchell. Here's McCollum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. McCollum's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Mitchell in the corner. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time. Jaylen Brown's checked in for McCollum.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Curry against Simmons. Fires from 18. Drained for 2 points.
You try to deny the deep threat of what it is that Stephen brings to the game, but that opens up the 15-footer or the 18-footer, so it's got to be frustrating to guard.
Near the 3-point line, it's Mitchell. Towns, the pass to Harris. They shoot again, and Towns with the lay-in good. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
And one of the offensive forces in the league. When Towns wants to score, it is really hard to keep him from his spots.
Brown finds Sabonis. Can't hit from 12. Now, here's Mitchell. Outside Butler. 56 seconds left to play here in the fourth. High quality look, and he sinks it.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And here's Brown outside, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside Butler. Towns sets the pick for Butler. Second chance shot. And the shot goes in.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Sabonis kicks to Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. And here's Morant. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one.
That's the end.
To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.